I read an article recently that you became an American citizen right before the last election, and I guess it was really important to you. You're a student of American history, you know all the presidents, vice presidents, but the question is more along the lines of, when you see the NBA doing initiatives to get people out to vote, or the NFL, do you kind of wish, or would you like to see the NHL maybe take some steps to kind of push people in that direction, and maybe even go as far as the NBA and not play games on election day?
Well, that'd be an interesting one on election day. I think with mail-in voting now, though, it takes care of some of those issues. In the NHL initiative, is that because the league is so diverse in terms of Canadians and Europeans versus, what is it, 40%? I think I read it's 30% American, 30% European, 40% Canadian. So you got 70% of people that likely don't vote or can't, even if they wanted to. So that might have something to do with it. But I think there's certainly the American side of things could, make their public announcements or however they would want to do it, for sure. I mean, for me, that's the biggest thing about being a citizen, is you do have the right to vote, and that's a big deal. Whatever your choice is, right? Whatever side you're on, but still having the right to do it and being able to do it it's a privilege. So I would tell you, get out and vote. Whoever's listening. It's a small say, but it's a say nonetheless, and could make a difference, right? You never know.
Bruce, how do you feel about your start against LA, and what can you translate from that game overall to carry on against Utah?
Our start?
Yeah.
I didn't mind our start. I thought our first 10 minutes was good. We gave up a couple of rush chances. An ozone turnover. We tried to make a play, so it wasn't like a forced play. But Brett Howden had a couple of really good looks. He's been hot. We said that, right? At home, those are going in. Hits the post, and then the goalie makes a great save. Those have been going in for us. They didn't the other night. We had to stick with it. Barbie had a chance late, but I thought we got sloppy, or that's a strong word, loose. Gave up kind of an easy goal on a nothing play. Then the second one, rush chance, and all of a sudden you're chasing the game, and the team's excited now. They go into the intermission. They're up 2-0. They've killed a penalty, and our power play's been very good getting us back in the game. So that would have been a timely goal, too, in the power play at the end of the period, and we didn't generate much. Now, we got a power play goal later, but I think then it's not decided, but it's well on its way. So that's what I'd say about our start. I didn't mind the first half of the period. The second half, not good enough. And again, starting the second, we weren't on time. We've had a little bit of issues with that, so that was addressed. So as I said, I didn't mind the first 10.
I know a lot of people break the season up in the games for stretches of 10-game increments, so now we're in the second 10-game stretch.
Yeah.
Would you say is the biggest thing you've learned about your team?
Well, we've been excellent at home. We can score at home. I don't think the road game is enough sample size, to be honest. I really don't, to say that it's a struggle. We haven't finished as well there, but we've still scored, I think, 11 goals in 4 road games. That a lot of times will get you a win or two along the way. So we're learning that the young kids are getting better. I think Holtz is a much better player as from game 1, 2, 3 to he is now. He's learning how we want to play. He's complementing. I think Carlson helps him a lot. I still think our team, when you look at it, the strength of this team will be down the middle of the ice. They're the guys that are going to drive the team, and our D-core. And I think when they're on, we're going to be very good. If they have an off night, we're going to have to score. So we're trying to get those pairs up to speed. We switch from the start of the year to more end of the year pairs, and hopefully that helps. But either way, there's really 8 good players there that will have to be solid every night. That's what I'm learning about our team. Our wingers are still a work in progress. Who's going to kind of rise up and who isn't. I'm seeing now Thomas Hurdle settle in very well with line mates. That was a challenge at a training camp. We wanted to get squared away. I think Howden and Dorify have been real good for him. So we found that sort of second line that can give us offense if Jack's lines gets shut down. Goaltending I think has been good, can get better, but some of that is a product of how we play in front of them. So I think we're a good team. I don't know how good yet until we get through our division a little more. You want to be a very good and great team as the year goes on, but so far our record is good, but we have areas. Our rush defense is probably the biggest one I feel that we've kind of got to catch up on. The game is, everybody has D, they're joining the rush. more offensive-minded people deeper in the lineup, and we've got to get better, cleaner in that area, and I think then we're going to be a better defensive team.
Kind of touched on it a little bit with Av. How much has he grown from a year ago to now after seeing him score a couple goals against LA?
Well, he's stronger physically. He's the last goal he scored, he gets through the middle of the ice, he hangs onto the puck. You know, you get stick lifts and people whacking you, and you can see the younger guys sometimes lose possession there. So he's stronger on pucks, more confident in those areas to hang on to it. Didn't have the start he wanted. He had a good preseason, but I thought the first few games took him a while, but he's really caught up now, and he's got confidence. I think, listen, an injury, one door closes, another one opens, right? So Olsen gets hurt, he gets to go on the power play. He does a good job, and he hadn't had the offensive chances maybe, and that gives you some more touches, and then he scores a goal, so now that weight is lifted and he gets more confidence. So I think that opportunity for him helped him a lot, even though we lose a player that was playing really well. It's good of him to step up, and I think that's helped his game too.
Thoughts on Utah tomorrow, Coach? Sorry.
Yeah, they got a good young team that scores, and they get going off the rush. So as I said earlier, that's an area we got to be tighter on. From the blue line back, they've had some injuries, like they lose Dursey and Marino. They were counting on those guys. I think they've been in the league. Sergachev's playing a ton of minutes. He's playing well, but they've put some new pieces in there. So that's an area we want to attack, make sure they're forcing them to defend, break out pucks under duress. So that's how I look at him. I think Connor Ingram's a good guy. I don't know which one we'll see, but finish the year really strong. Like a lot of teams this year, they're probably giving up more goals than they want to. That seems to be a trend around the league, but so that's how we're looking at them.
We just talked to Dorofeev's goal. Barbashev had a really nice backhand goal against Colorado. I don't know if you remember that.
I do. Blocker side, high.
Which is the better backhand goal of the two?
I'd say I'm going to go off the board, Gary, and go to your familiar place and go to Winnipeg last year when I think it was Nick Waugh fed him in the middle of the ice late in the year and had that backhand one-timer from the top of the circles. I don't know how you guys' memories are, but that one was similar to Barbie's against Colorado, but it was off the pass. I'll have my guys look it up for you if you're not sure.
Going off the board doesn't help.
Huh? What's that?
I'm looking for the two from this season.
This season, I'm going to go Barbies. Yeah.